Education is not only about teaching minds to think, but also hearts to understand and live together. A very pleasant morning to one and all. Respected dignitaries on the dais, distinguished guests, faculty members, dear participants, and beloved students. Welcome to this momentous occasion as we gather to inaugurate the 70th Jubilee celebration of Felicitation Training College and the National Workshop on Social and Emotional Learning.
Today's gathering is not merely a celebration of 70 glorious years of academic excellence, but also a reflection on the deeper purpose of education, that nurturing empathy, understanding, resilience, and meaningful human connection through social and emotional learning.
This significant program is organized by Felicitation Training College Trivandrum in collaboration with Rajiv Gandhi National Institute of Youth Development, Sri Perumbadur, Tamil Nadu, and Knowledge Walk. We are deeply honored by the presence of eminent personalities who have joined us to make this occasion truly memorable.
Every auspicious beginning is blessed with a moment of prayer. To invoke the divine blessing for the success of this program, I invite Mr. Gopi Krishnan, B.Ed scholar, to lead us in this invocation.
അക്ഷരമലരുകൾ അർപ്പിച്ചു ഞങ്ങൾ ദൈവമേ നിൻ പാദം നമിക്കുന്നു. അക്ഷരമലരുകൾ അർപ്പിച്ചു ഞങ്ങൾ ദൈവമേ നിൻ പാദം നമിക്കുന്നു. ബുദ്ധിയും ശക്തിയും അറിവിൻ്റെ വഴികളും നിത്യവും ഞങ്ങളിൽ ചൊരിയണമേ. അക്ഷരമലരുകൾ അർപ്പിച്ചു ഞങ്ങൾ ദൈവമേ നിൻ പാദം നമിക്കുന്നു. ഗുരുവിൻ വചസ്സുകൾ മനസ്സിൽ വീണലിയാൻ ജീവിത പടവുകൾ താണ്ടാനെന്നും. ഗുരുവിൻ വചസ്സുകൾ മനസ്സിൽ വീണലിയാൻ ജീവിത പടവുകൾ താണ്ടാനെന്നും. നാടിനു തുണയേകാൻ വീടിനു തുണയേകാൻ നന്മ നിറഞ്ഞവരാകാനെന്നും. നാടിനു തുണയേകാൻ വീടിനു തുണയേകാൻ നന്മ നിറഞ്ഞവരാകാനെന്നും. അക്ഷരമലരുകൾ അർപ്പിച്ചു ഞങ്ങൾ ദൈവമേ നിൻ പാദം നമിക്കുന്നു. ബുദ്ധിയും ശക്തിയും അറിവിൻ്റെ വഴികളും നിത്യവും ഞങ്ങളിൽ ചൊരിയണമേ. അക്ഷരമലരുകൾ അർപ്പിച്ചു ഞങ്ങൾ ദൈവമേ നിൻ പാദം നമിക്കുന്നു.
Thank you, dear Gopi, for that soulful singing. Every successful institution is guided by a visionary leader. And yes, we are fortunate to have such an inspiring personality at the helm of our institution. Our respected principal, Professor Dr. Jojo John, is not just an academician, but a multifaceted educator, researcher, and mentor. With rich academic credentials and vast scholarly achievements, he has contributed to the field of education with unwavering dedication and excellence. His vast experience as a life skill trainer, resource person on various national and international platforms, motivational initiatives on YouTube, and community engagement makes him a true catalyst for positive change. With immense pleasure, respect, and admiration, I now invite our esteemed principal, Professor Dr. Jojo John, to deliver the welcome address.
Good morning, everyone. Most respected, Your Beatitude, Moran Mor Basilius Cardinal Clemens Catholicos, the patron of the college. Most distinguished, unique guest of the day, the rich of God Almighty to all of us today, none other than Professor Pankaj Arora sir, the prestigious chairman of National Council for Teacher Education. And today's guest of honor, Dr. C. Ananda Ramakrishnan sir, an exceptional scientist, director, CSIR, NIIST, Trivandrum. Most distinguished guests on the dais and esteemed participants of the national workshop. Drawing inspiration from Dr. D.S. Kothari, who profoundly stated that education is the mature personality of the teacher influencing the maturing personality of the child. We recognize that the destiny of India is being shaped in her classrooms. Marthablus Training College has steadfastly embodied this vision by contributing meaningfully to nation building. Over the years, the institution has trained around 10,000 teachers, produced 347 masters in education, and produced 11 PhD theses, guiding 46 scholars, while continuously empowering in-service teachers, teacher training programs, and professional college teachers. MTTC is actively participating in the realization of Vikasit Bharat. This remarkable journey has been both beautiful and inspiring, with every moment reflecting the invisible hand of divine grace. With deep gratitude, we acknowledge God, the patrons of the college, and all friends of MTTC whose unwavering support and grace has made this mission possible. Dear friends, today this program becomes most auspicious because of the presence of Basilius Cardinal Clemens Catholicos, the head of the Malankara Syrian Catholic Church. Fondly and lovingly acknowledged as Baba Tirumeni, is the head of the church and a visionary leader who inspires institutions to uphold peace, harmony, and inclusivity. He emphasizes that all educational institutions must maintain uncompromising standards of quality while nurturing mental health and well-being of students and educators, along with continuous professional development for faculty. Deeply committed to social responsibility, Baba Tirumeni supports and uplifts the poor and the marginalized, encouraging institutions to serve all people beyond religious boundaries. A strong advocate of unity, he always extends a hand to preserve harmony in the state, living by the principle of being a friend to all and foe to none. He has been successful in connecting political parties and social organizations for fostering collaborations to undertake meaningful initiatives for the welfare of the people of Kerala and India. For Cardinal Clemens Catholicos Baba, empowering the weak and extending compassion and working for the common good is not only service to humanity, but also a true expression of prayer and devotion to God Almighty. Dear Baba Tirumeni, I would like to welcome you to this August gathering. Kindly preside over the meeting. Warm welcome, Baba Tirumeni. Dear educational fraternity, today this is a great satsang with none other than the final word in education and teacher education in India, Dr. Pankaj Arora sir, the chairman of National Council for Teacher Education. He has made remarkable contributions to strengthening the quality and relevance of teacher education in India. He has been instrumental in driving reforms aligned with National Education Policy 2020, emphasizing competency-based education, skill development, professionalism in teaching, and whatnot. Under his able leadership, there has been a strong push toward integrating educational technology, fostering innovation in pedagogy, and ensuring rigorous standards in teacher preparation programs, which would contribute to making India a developed nation. A real gem of a person, really humble and polite to everyone. He respects everyone, he loves everyone, and he never misses an opportunity to inspire others. He has advocated continuous professional development for teachers, promoting a culture of lifelong learning and reflective practice. Through his visionary approach, Dr. Arora is working to transform teacher education into a dynamic, future-ready system that empowers teachers to contribute meaningfully to nation building and India's journey towards becoming a developed nation. Dear sir, we are honored by your magnanimity and presence. On behalf of our dearest Katholika Baba Tirumeni, all who are present here, we would like to extend the warmest welcome greeting. Thank you very much. Warm welcome, sir. Dr. C. Ananda Ramakrishnan sir is a distinguished scientist and visionary academic leader who serves as the director of CSIR, National Institute for Interdisciplinary Science and Technology, Trivandrum. A real gem of a person, very amiable and humble, but contributing to scientific development in different walks of life. His works are works with 360-degree perfection. With a strong academic foundation from Anna University and doctoral research from foreign universities and Commonwealth scholarship programs, he has made significant contributions to advancing food and process engineering. He pioneered works in nano and micro scale delivery systems, 3D food printing, and whatnot. Contributions are manifold. As a scientist, his contributions extend beyond research to addressing real-world challenges and issues such as food scarcity, health, and sustainability. Through innovation and interdisciplinary collaboration and technological advancement, he exemplifies how scientists play a very crucial role in national development by improving the quality of life, promoting sustainable practices, and driving scientific progress for the benefit of the society. Dear sir, on behalf of our Baba Tirumeni and NCT chairman sir, and all those who are assembled here, we extend you the warmest welcome to this august assembly. Dr. Shivakumar, HOD, Department of Development Studies, Rajiv Gandhi National Institute of Youth Development, is a man of action. He is always ready to support us, extend us. With their collaboration, Marthaplus Training College is organizing the 2-day workshop on emotional and social learning. A real gem of a person, very down to earth, always ready to help us, but a synonym of quality and substance. Dear Shivakumar sir, warm welcome to this august assembly. We have three exceptional people on the dais. Dr. Lal from Delhi University, and he's one of the coordinators of NEP 2020. And he is moving around India, inspiring people to transform education. An ardent patron of Knowledge Walk, an exceptional teacher from Delhi University, researcher and whatnot. Dear Lal sir, warm welcome to you, sir. Venkatesh Raj sir is a great entrepreneur and social activist. Now he has committed his life for the cause of child-friendly and psychologically sound education. And he is one of the coordinators of this program. He is working for Knowledge Walk. Dear Venkatesh sir, I have the greatest privilege to welcome you to this August assembly, sir. Dear friends, we have a celebrity here, Tom Jacobs sir, a great actor and a producer. Known round Kerala through Pagada Pandranda, the prestigious TV Doordarshan program, which has contributed and helped Doordarshan Malayalam as well. He's a great actor. Recently, he has acted as the hero of a great movie, Kalam Standard 5, which is inspiring all the students in different states of India. Dear Tom Jacobs sir, we have the greatest honor to welcome you to this gathering, sir. Dear friends, right from Reverend Father Thomas Kayalekal, Vicar General of Marthapulas Training College and Bursar of the college, and he has led the institution to great heights in the 9 years of Bursarhood at Marthapulas Training College, and Reverend Fathers from different institutions. Our own Bursar, Father Johnson is here, and heads of the different institutions in Maribanios campus, and esteemed professors from different universities, including the former head and dean of University of Kerala, Professor Teresa Susan. We would like to welcome all the esteemed guests to this gathering. Dear friends, it takes a lot of time to mention the alumni members of Marthapulas Training College, starting from Professor James Joseph sir. They are the friends of MTTC and pillars of the power of MTTC. I would like to welcome all the Theosa members to this gathering. Dear friends, all the retired principals and all the retired teachers of office staff and teaching faculty are here. I would like to welcome all of you to this gathering. Esteemed participants, so you are the patrons of the program. The workshop participants are making this program a real success. I would like to welcome all of you. I would like to wish you meaningful 2 days ahead. Thank you. Welcome everyone.
Thank you, sir, for your warm words of welcome and for setting the tone for today's meaningful gathering. Being an academician, researcher, and trainer for the past 15 years, authored several books, training manuals, and number of research articles in journals, Dr. P. Shivakumar is continuously contributing in both national and international platforms. To understand the vision and academic significance of this national workshop, may I invite Dr. P. Shivakumar, Head, Center for Monitoring, Evaluation and Impact Analysis and Head of the Department of Development Studies from Rajiv Gandhi National Institute of Youth Development, Sri Perimbadur, for the introductory address.
Good morning, all of you. And I would like to start with a thanks to Mr. Gopi Krishnan for a beautiful invocation song. Respected dignitaries of the dais, most respected Beatitude Mar Basilius Cardinal Clemens Catholica Baba, Professor Pankaj Arora, Chairperson of National Council for Teachers Education, Dr. Ananta Ramakrishnan, Director CSIR NIIST, and also Professor Joju, who is principal of this college, and my friend Venkatesh Raj. In fact, it's a privilege for us to collaborate with this prestigious institution, and particularly on the theme called social and emotional learning. And as an institute which is under the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, and also an institute of national importance under the Act of Parliament, we have the mandate of looking into the different dynamics of youth development. Let it be supporting the different colleges or universities on youth development programs, or also supporting the various state governments in formulating youth-specific programs, and also partnering with the various UN agencies on this youth development as an important agenda. Our institute, particularly my department, has been collaborating with the UNESCO on this particular theme called social and emotional learning. Whereas this theme has been taken up particularly looking into the mandate of the national education policy and also how this interdisciplinary learning has been promoted in the policy along with the other overall dynamics of the learning process, which is actually changing a lot. If you look into the present paradigm shift which is happening in the both school as well as the higher education. So morning Professor Pankaj Arora was sharing about the amalgamation of the various institutions for a better transparency and better advocacy mechanism, and also for increased funding to all the universities, which is quite a an interesting idea. I think they are going to come up to support all the universities. And I think we all of us agree that we live in a period of rapid change. Now we know that artificial intelligence or the chatbots are taking over the learning process also. In a way, it is also advancing the knowledge process. But is it advancing the knowledge process focusing on the uh, brain, or what about the integral development of a human being, or nurturing the human being as such? So that's one of the area where the social and emotional learning is trying to address. It is not only about looking into the higher education or students, but also most importantly teachers and teacher facilitators. Now, when we look into this entire process of learning and knowledge acquisition, we can understand that somewhere this knowledge is being acquired in a fragmented way. Particularly when you look into the concept of banking education, where the teacher educators will be having more clarity on the concept of banking education. Knowledge production and knowledge accumulation also has to undergo a process transformation, which helps us to integrate the overall development of a human being. Otherwise, what is result is that we have an educated mind but unempathetic heart. Whether this empathy is also can be brought under this into the knowledge acquisition process, so that knowledge production, knowledge dissemination is also becomes a meaningful venture. That is the role of social and emotional learning, which is being highly advocated by all the countries, including in India. If you look into the national education policy, NEP also strongly advocates for an integrated and holistic learning, which is part of our learning process. And this learning process needs to be reinforced. And again, all the UN agencies are also working on the social and emotional learning process, so that we have a better, overall development, rather, looking into the mechanistic perspective of knowledge or knowledge generation. So that is the backdrop of this 2 days workshop. And we hope that maybe it's not about we just wanted to stop with the 2 days deliberations on social and emotional learning. Just like how our institute is working on this thematic area called social and emotional learning, we would like to come back again on a different perspectives on how this SEL can be integrated with the existing learning process. So I just consider it as a perusal to the program, where we will have a detailed deliberations in the coming days also, and I hope for the better and meaningful collaboration. And I also wish all the participants for a meaningful deliberation for the next 2 days, starting with today and tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Shivakumar, for that insightful overview and also for highlighting the importance of social and emotional learning in today's educational landscape. Lighting the ceremonial lamp symbolizes the dispelling of ignorance and the spreading of knowledge and wisdom. Ma Theophilus Training College is privileged to have with us an eminent academician, visionary leader, and distinguished contributor to the field of education, Professor Pankaj Arora, Chairperson of National Council for Teacher Education, Government of India, who will formally inaugurate the program by lighting the ceremonial lamp. May I request all the esteemed dignitaries to kindly come forward for lighting the ceremonial lamp.
Thank you to our distinguished dignitaries for illuminating this occasion with light of knowledge and inspiration. We now move on to a proud and memorable moment of this occasion, the official release of the logo marking the 17th Jubilee celebration of Martha Phyllis Training College. It's our great honor and privilege to have this logo unveiled by a distinguished spiritual leader and guiding light. With profound respect, I invite His Beatitude Moronmar Basilius Cardinal Clemis Catholicos, Major Archbishop Catholicos of Syro Malankara Catholic Church, to kindly release the 17th Jubilee logo and the upcoming Jubilee program. Welcome, dear Abun. Thank you. A true prophet of unity who has truly lived up to the name he bear. A distinguished personality who steadfastly uphold the truth and justice in our times with strong determination, visionary leadership, and deep spiritual enlightenment. He stands as a significant figure in the global scenario, widely respected for promoting interreligious dialogue and national integration, and also an exemplary spiritual leader whose life reflects selfless service, unwavering guidance, and profound commitment to society. We are immensely blessed and deeply honored by the gracious presence of His Beatitude Moronmar Basilius Cardinal Clemis Catholicos, Major Archbishop Catholicos of Syro Malankara Catholic Church. Dear Abun, with profound respect, may I invite to deliver the presidential address.
എല്ലാവർക്കും നമസ്കാരം. Our respected chief guest of the day, Professor Pankaj Arora, the chairman of NCTE, Dr. Ananda Ramakrishnan, Dr. Shivakumar, respected principal of the college, Dr. Jojo John, invited speakers, officials of various institutions of this campus, Marivanios Vidyanagar, dear teachers, respected participants. It's a beautiful moment of marking two events, celebrating or inaugurating the 70th year of the establishment of Martha Phyllis Teachers Training College, as well as much awaited workshop on social and emotional learning. First of all, I thank the Lord Almighty for having brought us together to look into the new possibilities of transmitting the effect, the goodness, and the values of education so that our generation and the generations after may profit much from our reflections. I thank the esteemed guests who have generously found the time and the energy to bring in new light into our lives and to bless us physically, presenting themselves amidst us, and also encouraging us to continue what we have already begun in the field of education. And to you, Dr. Jojo John, our principal, a man of enthusiasm and incredible energy. If you see Dr. Jojo John little nervous or acting more generous, that means he is overjoyed with your presence. And today I'm sure that he is very happy with your presence and all the people who have come to bless us. I congratulate and thank the team for beautifully organizing this national coming together on this social and emotional learning workshop. 7 decades is an important mark of history, especially in imparting quality education in training teachers. And Martha Training College has been graciously imparting this value based education to hundreds and thousands of teachers spread throughout the state and outside the state. And we are very proud to announce we have produced teachers with excellent character and extraordinary power of transmitting education, wisdom to the generations. And we owe very much to those who have helped us, especially our retired principals and teachers, from whom we have some faces here to grace this occasion. And the Lord has been good to us in many ways in promoting quality based education, especially forming the future teachers and gurus in our own times. Coming to our reflections today, we are very happy that we have the most authoritative voice in the field of teachers training. The chairman of the National Council of Teacher Education himself is with us. So his word is the last. Therefore, if you have any questions, you can ask him and he will share with you what he has and what he can provide us for our meaningful interaction. Education is a field where we are reflecting upon a particular terminology: growth, development, progress. And for an Indian, this development is based not only on theory, but on a value based system, as we call dharma. Righteousness. It may not be the perfect translation of the word dharma, but we are limited in English. That's why we say dharma. What is upright what is most valued as God's own voice, God's own choice, I must say. That's what we are proud of as far as education is concerned in India. It has a social dimension, it has a personal level, communitarian aspect, and a global dimension. Vasudhaiva Kudumbakam, the terminology itself brings in a spirituality which is sprouted in the minds of rishis in India, based on a value and based on a system of values that we finally count on a system, dharma. When we see people are being brutally attacked and killed, maybe far away from us, thousands and thousands kilometers away from us, but we feel sad because we witness the decay of dharma. And we believe that India stands for this transformation from darkness to light, from death to life and life after, from immorality to morality, from adharma to dharma. This is what we believe in, and this is what we aspire for. The workshop on social and emotional learning might bring new light into the present day situations and bring in concrete commitment from us so that we promote the culture of life. Pope John Paul II, the saint of the century, who has graciously visited India twice, and we had the privilege of receiving him here in the capital city of Trivandrum in our own cathedral. The great Saint John Paul II, who lost his parents at a very early stage. He lost his brother and sister at the early stage. He lost everyone at home. So much so, when he was elevated to the see of St. Peter as the Pope, there was no close relatives from his family to witness that event and beautiful moment of history as far as the whole Wojtyła family is concerned. But a man who dedicated himself for the well-being of everyone, going beyond man-made barriers, including religion, faith formulations, ethical formulation based on regions, is going beyond that and say, we are part of a great culture of life. The time that we spend here today and tomorrow is a precious time to think and to value the gift of life. We are shocked every day reading the newspaper and watching the television. The brutal violence spread throughout, which has never happened before. Brutality has gone beyond our perception. Taking life is no more justified. But in a state where we have 100% of the literacy as we claim. I'm ashamed to say, more than any state in India, Kerala is witnessing this brutal attack on human persons. Attack on children who cannot resist. Attack on the women folk who cannot resist anymore because of various reasons. And to the elderly ones. And to those who are on the street, as we call them, orphans. And celebrating this event of death, brutal attack in the media. Media has always a space to celebrate. I don't say they are killing, but they do celebrate this event of brutal attack. What is the social dimension of education? And what are we educating? I must say respectfully, if I have learned to respect my teachers, I had my studies for some years in Europe, and I have stayed in the United States from 2001 to 2003 in New York itself. New York is supposed to be the capital city of the world as far as the economics is concerned, but it is also known for many other things. If I must be true to myself, I must say I have learned to respect my teachers not from Europe, not from the United States, but from our own land. That's the culture we have. That is the social aspect of transformation which education has brought into my mind and heart. If I stand as soon as I see my teachers, it is a social impact, it is a spiritual impact of the education which I received in this land. If I see a Swamiji of Hindu faith, if I respect him, that is a social impact of my education which I received in this sacred land. If I see my brother, the Imam of Palayam Juma Masjid, if we embrace or we respect, we show the respect to each other. That is, this great land taught me who he is. The social impact of the education has no boundary. As students, we were in Europe. Some of us studied in Europe. When the teacher comes to the classroom, well, he comes, the students won't object that he is coming, but there won't be any sign of respect as that we do here in India. It is not because that we are a poor country, the students get up and salute the teacher. It is not because that they have more money, they don't stand up and respect the teacher. It is the lack of the social impact of what you have been trying to impart. I must say, the country, our beloved country, remains India. It's due to the education which we have been receiving from generations to generation. Our rishis, our teachers, our parents, and the whole system of ours has been teaching us how to respect God, how to respect the divine things, how to respect all those who are beloved of the divine reality. That's why we always remember പൂവിലും പുല്ലിലും തൂണിലും തുരുമ്പിലും ഈശ്വര സാന്നിധ്യം. തുരുമ്പിലെങ്ങനെ ഈശ്വര സാന്നിധ്യം? പുല്ല് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ആ വാക്ക് തന്നെ അങ്ങനെയാണല്ലോ. ഇറ്റ് ഹാസ് നോ മീനിങ്, ഇറ്റ് ഹാസ് നോ വാല്യൂ. ബട്ട് വി സേ വി ഹാവ് ബീൻ ടോട്ട് it has the presence of God. That is to state, He is present everywhere. If He is present in front of you, how can you kill your brother? How can you attack your brother? How can you show disrespect to your neighbor? The social impact of education has been our strength, and now once again we are called to put our might together to see the strength of our education. That is to say, Loga Samasta Sukhino Bhavandu. That comes from a mind which is filled with peace and tranquility. May the Almighty God bring you the same tranquility, serene mind to see everything in a very peaceful manner and to respond with justice and respect, so that our country at this time may prosper and prosper to the further heights of its glory. Thank you for this time that I could be also be present. And once again, I thank you, our esteemed guest, especially Professor Pankaj Arora sir, for your valued time with us. It is a very rare occasion that we have the presence of the chairman of the National Council of Teacher Education. God bless you. God bless your work, and under your leadership, may more blessings come to our land for giving an impact of education for a whole lifetime. Thank you. God bless you. Nandi.
Thank you, Your Beatitude, for those inspiring and thoughtful words. It is our privilege to have with us Professor Pankaj Arora, Chairperson of National Council for Teacher Education. With an illustrious career marked by excellence in teaching, research, and academic leadership, he has made significant contributions to the advancement of teacher education in India. It is indeed a great honor for all of us to have such a distinguished personality among us today, whose insights and experience continue to inspire the academic community. Now, I kindly request you, sir, to share a few words in this occasion.
Good morning. Namaskaram. Indeed, great honor to be here amongst all of you today on this important workshop, which theme is social and emotional learning in context of NEP 2020. And rightly said, the tone has already been said in the presidential remark by respected, I'll not take his full name, I'll call him Babaji. Because I come from Punjab, and in Punjab, Babaji has a very significant meaning, a person whom you respect from the core of your heart, whom you have tremendous faith in his teachings and his ideas which are guiding your light. And the way he, towards the end of his address, he blessed me. I am really honored, sir. Thank you very much. We have on dais Director CSIR, Dr. C. Anandam Krishnanji. We have amongst us Principal of this prestigious institution, Dr. Joju John, rightly said by Babaji that he is very enthusiastic, and if you see him nervous, means his happiness is flowing like anything. Uh, and I am really impressed to see the enthusiasm and the competencies to organize such a beautiful event in such a beautiful, graceful manner. We have amongst us Professor Siva Kumarji, Dr. Mr. Tom Jacob, Venkatesh Raj, Dr. Lal Krishna, who is instrumental in bringing me here at this platform today, Shri Venkatesh ji, ladies and gentlemen. Me, as chairperson of National Council for Teacher Education, very strongly believe that emotional and social learning is core of entire education. What we are missing today is our education is becoming more mechanical, more mechanistic. Skills are there, but those skills are incomplete in the absence of emotion as well as social responsibility among young people. It is indeed a privilege that I am here to speak on this matter, and we are, as rightly pointed in the presidential address, we are living in the time of rapid transformations. These transformations are taking place in the domain of technology, in the domain of social fabric of the society, as well as in the cultural context of India. In such a dynamic world, education can go no longer remain confined to cognitive development only. This cognitive development is incomplete because we are human, and humanistic approach, humanistic orientation is first thing which should come from our education. The true purpose of education, to my understanding, is to nurture well rounded individuals, those individuals who are not only knowledgeable, but also empathetic, but also resilient and ethically grounded in the teachings and value system of this great land, where Vasudev Kutumbakam is a guiding motto for many centuries. This is precisely where social and emotional learning assumes critical importance. Friends, today, rapidly evolving world, education must go beyond textbooks and examination. And I'm glad to note in the morning, while my informal discussions with the principal, that this institution, having 21 institution in one campus, is taking care of the real part of education, which takes students beyond education and beyond formal curriculum and textbooks. Those are minimal, those are starting points, but we must go beyond, we must take it forward. Education must shape human beings who are capable of empathy. As the renowned psychologist Daniel Goleman rightly said, if your emotional abilities are not in hand, if you do not have self awareness, we must understand our own competencies, our own potential. Then, no other, no matter how smart you are not going to get very far because you are not aware about yourself, because you do not have control on your own emotional abilities. This insights captures the essence of social and emotional learning, which is theme for this 2 days workshop. If we link social and emotional learning with National Education Policy 2020, I would say NEP 2020 envisions an education system that nurtures not only cognitive abilities but also help us shaping our character, imbibing values, and taking care of mental and physical well-being of all the individuals. It calls the holistic development where head, heart, and hand work together. We are students of education sitting in this auditorium, and we know Mahatma Gandhi transformed the 3R formula of Britishers into 3H formula of Indian education model. 3R, arithmetic, reading, and writing. 2, the 3H formula, head, heart, and hand should work together. So, physical work as well as mental work as well as dignity of life should go hand in hand. This socio emotional learning becomes central to building inclusive classrooms, promoting mental well being, encouraging collaborative learning, and developing responsible citizen, which to my understanding is very, very important in the modern scenario. We should not only be citizens who are claiming rights, but we should be responsible citizens who are empathetic towards all fellow beings on this earth, whether animals, plants, or fellow human beings. However, this vision cannot be realized without transforming teacher education. Now, I'm coming specifically to teacher education. Teachers are the true catalyst of change. NEP has tremendous faith in the potential of teachers and their ability to transform India into Viksit Bharat by the year 2047. If we expect our students to be socially aware, if we expect them to be emotionally balanced, and we want them to be ethically responsible, then our teachers must be equipped with the necessary pedagogical tools and perspectives. I am glad to see few publications of this institution from different faculty members and research scholars, which are taking care of upcoming new pedagogies, which are very, very relevant for the modern context. In the context of 21st century, where technology, especially artificial intelligence, is paving its way into all walks of human life. This brings me to the crucial role of the institutions like National Council for Teacher Education as a key regulatory and developmental body for teacher education. We are trying to align teacher education programs with the spirit, values, and the words of NEP 2020. Digital learning and inclusive education into teacher education program are inevitable. We need to take care of inclusive education, inclusion, which I have seen Mr. Jacobs' efforts while through art, we are taking care of children with special needs. We are now working towards creating educators who are not just instructors, but mentors, facilitators, and lifelong learners. Initiatives in capacity building, curriculum development, national professional standards, and all these are directed towards the goal of attaining the basic spirit of NEP 2020. NCT has recently launched two important national initiatives. One is called National Professional Standards for Teachers. Most of us are aware this is the first initiative in independent India when we are coming out with professional standards for school teachers. As well as we are promoting the idea of national mission for mentoring. Mentoring is something Guru Shishya Parampara, Indian ethos, which need to be there in all professions, especially in the profession of teaching. I must also highlight the importance of young people in this entire discourse, where institutions like Rajiv Gandhi National Institute of Youth Development is playing a pivotal role in shaping youth leadership and fostering social responsibility. Friends, this workshop is not merely an academic exercise, it is a platform for reflection, for dialogue, and for action. I urge all of you, educators, researchers, and participants, to actively engage in this 2 days workshop and try to explore ways to embed social emotional learning meaningfully into educational practices, whether these are at higher education level or at school education level. As closing remark, I would say, I would like to quote Mahatma Gandhi, who said, by education, I mean an all round drawing out the best in a child and in a man, body, mind, and spirit. Social and emotional learning is the fire that ignites curiosity, compassion, and character. This workshop is a significant step towards reimagining education in alignment with NEP 2020, and I urge and expect from each one of you to be actively engaged deliberate, and co create pathways for integral social emotional learning into teacher education and its practices. At last, I would once again congratulate the organizers of this workshop and wish a great success to this workshop. I am confident that this discussion here will lead to meaningful and lasting impact in socio-emotional aspect of students, teachers, and all fellow citizens around us. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable, inspiring, and insightful words. Mount Theophilus Training College is privileged to have with us an eminent scientist and distinguished leader who has 2 decades of experience in research and administration. The guest of honor of the day. He was honored by the Honorable President of India with the highest recognition award in the field of science, technology, and innovation, Rashtriya Vigyan Shri 2024 Puraskar, for the distinguished contributions to the field of agricultural science. His enthusiasm in the field of research gained him several other awards as well. May I now invite Dr. Sri Ananda Ramakrishnan, Director of CSIR, National Institute for Interdisciplinary Science and Technology, Thiruvananthapuram, to address the gathering.
Most respected, His Beatitude more and more, Clemis Babaji, Professor Pankaj Arora, Chairman, NCTE, Dr. Shivakumar, Rajiv Gandhi Institute of Youth Development, Principal of this institute, Tom Jacob, and all the dignitaries on the dais, of the dais, students, participants. Good morning to everyone. Indeed, a great honor to be here. It is my second visit to this college. First one is that National Science Day, I visited this college. Always, whenever I entered this college, I feel a different feel. And today, blessings of our Babaji, it's always as a pleasure to be part of any event to this college. And this college is celebrating 70th year. And today, we auspicious day, we release the logo. Congratulations to the college. Not only 70th year, we'll celebrate 100 and 150 years. Always educational system will contribute more than anything else to the society and the future of this nation. Congratulations to the who developed this institute, who founded this institute and make this institute one of the great the last 70 years for the nation development. Coming to the social and emotional learning, this is important for the topic, and I'm not going to talk about this one. Even organizers told me to speak, but next 2 days you are going to listen to so many technical talk on this, but I'll touch upon little bit on that, but I'll go beyond that. The 5 skill is important for ACL, that is the what social emotional learning. One is the self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, relationship skill, responsible and decision making. All together, how to develop yourself. That's important. Today world, you need to brand yourself. How much you brand, how much you can succeed on that. Either science or the management or the social activities or political. Wherever it is, you should be known to the people more than what you are doing it. That's a clear difference takes place in the scenario. You see that more than 5 to 6 hours, our youngsters are all, we are spending time in screens. Even this hall, we are not able to leave even that 1 hour without touching our screen. Where we are going, you know that, you see that 2 to 3 hours we are spending in the social media. That means the tool is how to brand yourself. That's important. To brand yourself means you need to see that what is the strength and weakness on you, and how to make it your strength is more visible to the people, and how to make it that connection to the society. That is the most important to succeed in your life. The simple example in the professional world, LinkedIn page, how to create, how to post yourself, and how to connect the people in your peers. That's the most valuable way of doing it. Maybe next 2 days, they are going to discuss about how to plan yourself to put forth. But I'll go beyond this. A lot of youngsters are here. I wanted to state that very young age I become a director. At the age of 42, I become a national lab director. This is the second time I am come to Trivandrum. Earlier, I was the director of National Institute for Food Science and Technology in Tanjavur. But I followed some principle. One is that I'll give the 5D. One is the desire. You need a hungry for to achieve something. You need to have a target. You need to have a what you wanted to be there next 5 years, next 10 years, 15 years in your life. Whichever field, whatever the field you wanted to select. You wanted to become a scientist like me, or you wanted to become a director, or principal of this institute, or political system, wherever it is, but clear desire should be there, and that hungry should be there within you every minute, every second. So you have to fix it, that desire. Second D is do the things always differently from others. That's important. I'll give one example. Today, India is leading to the diabetic capital of the world. We are number 2. 100 million people are diabetic. 1 in 9 people in India is diabetic. If you look at pre-diabetes, if you put together almost 15, almost every next person is the diabetes. How to solve this one? One more data I can give you. Among the state, Kerala is number 1 diabetes state. Population is very high diabetes in Kerala. Second is the Andhra. Third is Karnataka. Fourth is Tamil Nadu. Fifth is Orissa. If you go all the coastal area to the northeast. What is the commonality for this one? All we used to take a rice. We take morning puttu or barota, afternoon again rice, night again in the rice, or the barota, or the appam, everything. All in the different form of rice. Only starch, or the carbohydrate. Then diabetes will come. Automatically, that is the only way. As a scientist, what I can do? That's what I always think. Can we have a rice can be modified the cultivation? In India, genetically modified is not allowed. Crossbreeding, some people have tried. They could achieve only a low GI rice, glycemic index. They used to say after taking the food after 1 hour, how the spiking in your blood glucose. That's what they calculate as a low GI. I got a Tata Transformation Prize last year. Tata Sons have given 2 crore prize money to me. I put that 2 crore prize money to this project. I decided, okay, this money I will spend only to develop some rice can help to control the diabetes in the country. This was 1.5 years back. I put the most of the time in my lab, my students. It's not a 8 hours job. Almost we used to work for 20 hours in lab in Trivandrum. 1 month back, last 23rd, not even 1 month, we announced rice is ready with us. That rice has the 23% protein, glycemic index less than 50. Not only that, it delivers iron, folic acid, vitamin B12 to the population. We announced that rice and we transfer the technology to Tata. Tata has come forward to take that technology. One guy from the Dubai, he made one reel. I put one small reel. You can visit my social media pages. I am also do that one. But based on that reel, he explained very well in Malayalam what is this rice, how it will helpful. Now reached 2 million views on that single reel. The science, what we did in the room or the lab, moved to the market. Now it come to the people. Now people everywhere, wherever I'm going, they're asking, sir, when this rice will be ready? I'm asking the Tata. Tata told, sir, 3 months we'll bring into the market. So why I'm telling, I'm not looked into the rice can be only cultivated. This rice made from the waste of the rice milling. During the rice milling, 70% only you'll get the head rice yield. 30% waste is the broken rice. I collected that 30% of the broken rice. I converted again rice. This value added to the farmers and increase this our diabetic population can not only diabetic populations. Whoever wanted the higher amount of the protein or the iron deficiency. Today, anemic is our country is really bad. 50% women are anemic, 60% children are anemic, 35% men are anemic. But Kerala is less, 36% only. But still we need a iron for us. So we packed everything in the single rice kernel. Why I'm telling is possible. Think differently, you can succeed into it. Not only social cause, you can work on that. The fourth D, dare to take a risk. Life, you have to take some risk. I took the risk at the age of 42 to become a director. Everybody said, no, family will affected, your children's will affected. No, I decided, okay, I wanted to contribute to the country. I took the challenge. Again, government has given second option to lead this institute. Once I have seen that in the newspaper, Kerala and Tamil Nadu fighting because biomedical waste is dumped in the Tirunelveli from here to there. Whatever the hospital waste, when you do the operation or the uterus removal or the bloods, all the tissues, everything has to taken from the Trivandrum to Palakkad to incinerate. Instead of taking from here to there, people are dumping into the some other place where the land is free, they are dumping. Can we do something? We got some technology earlier. Then I decided to convert the technology into a more commercial one. But as of now, Indian rule is not allowed to do. Only you can do incinerator. I thought of why not we'll do some technology to help our state. Then we worked in CSA and NIST. We made like a disinfection and disintegration technology, just like a washing machine. It will be there inside the operation theater. After all the body, whatever it is, you just put it inside. 1 kg of the waste, within a minute, it's become a soil additive. That soil, you can use it for the growth of the plants. We made that technology. We are moving post to pillar to get clearance. Finally, I decided to put that machine into the AIMS New Delhi. Right now, that machine is running in AIMS New Delhi to works. And now we are going to knock the door of CPCB, Central Pollution Control Board, to include in the regulation. Very soon it is going to come. Story is not this one. Story is something else. This technology we transferred to one startup company, Angamali CML Biotechnology in Cochin. We transfer this technology, cost of 4 crore with a 10% royalty. 3 months back, we transfer the technology. This year, that company got an order, 1,000 crore. Can you imagine? 5 crore technology transfer. Company is getting the 1,000 crore. Institute is going to get 10% royalty. That means 100 crore to NIST. This is the power of science. You need to take a risk one point of time. When I'm talking in the Institute of Engineering College or Teacher Education, now how to convert our intellectual, how to convert our knowledge to the business model. That's what MIT has showcased, or Stanford has showcased. Now IIT Chennai, IIT Mumbai has showcased. It's a time for us to do that. In Kerala, we have wonderful knowledge people, but we need to convert that knowledge on the business model. That's what we need to work. And another D, fourth D is determination. Every minute, every second, we should not waste. Starting the early day is always is better. His Excellence maybe tells about that, how the prayer is important, how the routine is important. Wake up at 5 o'clock, go to walk or gym. This age I'm going gym. I've never misses even single day gym. We have to go that, whatever it is. Even I reach home at 3 o'clock from the Delhi, 5 o'clock I will leave. So that's the way every day you have to work like that. 9 o'clock office time, 9 o'clock college time, you have to come at 9 o'clock. Whoever watching or not, you need to do that. That punctual day-to-day activities are important. The determination with you should be important. The last D is dignity with the integrity. Everywhere cameras are there. So how best you can do that, only truth and the straightforward will help you to succeed in your life. Apart from the 5 skills, whatever I said for the social emotional learning, you follow this, you can achieve in the future. I conclude with only one thing, is the what Gandhiji said. Future depends on what you do present. That's the most important. This wonderful earth, we come here. We need to give the same earth to our future generation. You know that greenhouse gas emission problem, what our Excellency said about today war, so many things are happening around us. As an individual, what we can contribute, that's the important. All the best for this conclave. Congratulations for the institution to conduct a wonderful program. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable insights. Now, let's move on to the felicitation address. We are honored with the presence of Mr. Tom Jacob, an accomplished actor and producer. Mr. Tom Jacob is a recipient of multiple national and international accolades, including the KCBC Media Award 2025 for his pan-Indian children's film, Kalam Standard 5B. He is a timeless inspiration to young minds, and he continues to ignite dreams and values through his minds. I invite Mr. Tom Jacob, designated partner of Knowledge Walk, to share his greetings. Sir, please.
Please, Professor पंकज अरोरा सर, माफ दीजिए, मैं थोड़ा മലയാളം से बात करता हूँ इधर से. പിതാവേ ക്ഷമിക്കണം, അദ്ദേഹത്തിനോട് ഹിന്ദി പറഞ്ഞതിന്. ഞാനേ ടോം ജേക്കബ്, അറിയാലോ, ഇതിനകത്ത് മുഴുവനും ഇന്നലെ രാത്രി ഇരുന്ന് കുത്തിയിരുന്ന് ഇവിടെ എന്തോ അവതരിപ്പിക്കേണ്ടതെന്ന് ഇംഗ്ലീഷിലൊക്കെ എഴുതി ടൈപ്പൊക്കെ ചെയ്ത് ഇങ്ങനെ കാണാതൊക്കെ പഠിച്ചെന്നാലും ഈ പ്രായമൊക്കെ ആയില്ലോ എനിക്ക്. അപ്പോൾ കുറച്ച് മറവിയൊക്കെ വരും. നല്ല കുത്തിക്കുറിച്ച് വന്നിരിക്കുന്ന ഒരു സംഭവം ഞാൻ ഇവിടെ ഇരുന്നപ്പോൾ പൂർണ്ണമായിട്ട് ഞാനങ്ങ് ഒഴിവാക്കാൻ തോന്നി. കാരണം നമ്മുടെ പങ്കജ് അറോറ സാറ് വന്നിരിക്കുന്നത് തന്നെ അദ്ദേഹത്തിനെയും കുറിച്ച് ചോദ്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ ചോദിക്കാനുണ്ട്. ഇവിടെ ഒരുപാട് കാര്യങ്ങൾ. അതിനിടയ്ക്ക് ഞാൻ എന്തോ പറയുന്നത്, ഗ്രീറ്റിങ്സ് അല്ലേ, അത്രേ ഉള്ളൂ. അതുകൊണ്ട് ഞാൻ കൂടുതൽ സംസാരിക്കുന്നില്ല. ഞാൻ ഇപ്പോൾ ഇവിടെ പറഞ്ഞല്ലോ, കലാം സ്റ്റാൻഡേർഡ് 5B എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ഒരു സിനിമയും കൊണ്ട് 28 സ്റ്റേറ്റിൽ പൊക്കോണ്ടിരിക്കുന്ന ഒരു യുവാവാണ്. പണ്ടേ 30 വർഷം മുമ്പ് യുവാവായിരുന്നല്ലോ, അറിയാമല്ലോ നിങ്ങൾക്കൊക്കെ, അച്ഛന്മാർക്കൊക്കെ അറിയാമായിരിക്കും. അപ്പോൾ നാഷണൽ എഡ്യൂക്കേഷൻ പോളിസിയും ഞാനുമായിട്ടൊരു ടൈപ്പായി. നോളജ് വാക്ക് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് വലിയ നോളജൊന്നും എനിക്കില്ല, പക്ഷേ ഇതിലുള്ളവർക്ക് ഭയങ്കര നോളജാണ്. ഇതിനെ നേതൃത്വം വഹിക്കുന്നത് പ്രൊഫസർ ലാൽകൃഷ്ണയാണ്. അദ്ദേഹം എൻ്റെ ഭാഷയിൽ പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ, നാളെ ഞാൻ സ്വപ്നം കാണുന്നു ഭാരതത്തിൻ്റെ ഒരു വിദ്യാഭ്യാസ മന്ത്രിയായി വരുമെന്നുള്ളത്. അത്ര എലിജിബിളായിട്ട്, അത്ര ഹാർഡ് വർക്കറാണ് പുള്ളി. അദ്ദേഹത്തിനെ പോലുള്ള ഓട്ടോ ഒക്കെ കണ്ടപ്പോൾ എനിക്കും എൻ്റെ ചോരയും തിളച്ചിട്ടാണ് ഞാൻ അവരുടെ കൂടെ നടക്കുന്നത്. അവർക്ക് എല്ലാ സപ്പോർട്ടും കൊടുത്തുള്ളൂ. വെങ്കടേഷ് രാജ് ഡൽഹിയിൽ നിന്നും അദ്ദേഹത്തിന് വേണ്ടി ഒരു വണ്ടി ഓടിച്ചിട്ട് ഇവിടെ വന്ന് മാർ ഇവാനൂസ് കോളേജിൻ്റെ 70ാം വർഷത്തിൽ വരാമെങ്കിൽ അദ്ദേഹത്തിൻ്റെ ആ ഒരു ചടുലത, അദ്ദേഹത്തിൻ്റെ ആ പിതാവിൻ്റെ ഒക്കെ ഒരു പ്രാർത്ഥന ഫലിക്കുന്നു ഞങ്ങൾക്കെന്നുള്ളതാണ്. പിതാവേ, സ്നേഹപിതാവേ, ഇത്രയും കിലോമീറ്റർ ഓടിക്കൊണ്ട് ഇവിടെ വരിക എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ, എനിക്ക് വിദ്യാർത്ഥികളായിട്ടുള്ള മക്കൾ, പൊന്നും മക്കളെ, നിങ്ങളോട് എനിക്കൊരു കാര്യം പറയാനുണ്ട്. ഭാരതം എൻ്റെ നാടാണ്, എല്ലാ ഭാരതീയരും എൻ്റെ സഹോദരീ സഹോദരങ്ങളാണെന്ന് LKG UKG 1 2 3 10 11 12 അവിടെ വരെ നമ്മൾ എന്നും പറയുമല്ലേ. അതിനുശേഷം 13 14 നമ്മൾ മറക്കുന്നു, സംസാരിക്കുന്നില്ല, ഒന്നും അറിയുന്നില്ല. 17 18 ആയപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ ജീവിതത്തിലേക്ക് വരുന്നു. എന്താണ്? അധ്വാനത്തിലേക്കൊക്കെ വരുന്നു. അപ്പം നമ്മളതങ്ങ് മറക്കുന്നു. ഭാരതം എൻ്റെ നാടാണെന്നും എല്ലാ ഭാരതീയരും എൻ്റെ സഹോദരീ സഹോദരങ്ങളാണെന്നുള്ള കാര്യം മറന്നിട്ട് ഞാനൊരു ജാതിയാണ്, ഒരു ജാതി, ഒരു മതം, ഒരു ദൈവം, ഒരു മനുഷ്യന് എന്നും പറഞ്ഞുള്ള ജീവിതത്തിലേക്ക് നമ്മൾ പോകുകയാണ്. എനിക്ക് എൻ്റെ സ്കൂളിനെ ഓർത്ത് അഭിമാനമായിരുന്നു. പക്ഷേ ഞാനും അങ്ങനെ ആയി വന്നപ്പോൾ എൻ്റെ സ്കൂളിനെ ഓർത്ത് എനിക്ക് നാണമാകുന്നു. എന്നെ ഒന്ന് മാറ്റിയെടുക്കാൻ എൻ്റെ അധ്യാപകന്മാർക്ക് കഴിഞ്ഞില്ലല്ലോ. ഞാൻ ഇത്രയും പ്രായമായപ്പോഴും ജാതിയും മതവും ഒക്കെ പറഞ്ഞുകൊണ്ട് നടക്കുക. നാണമില്ലേ എൻ്റെ അധ്യാപകരെ എന്നെ ആ നിലയിൽ കൊണ്ടുവരാമെന്ന് ഞാൻ ചോദിച്ചു പോകും. വിദ്യാഭ്യാസത്തിൽ മക്കളെ, നിങ്ങൾ കുട്ടികളെ പഠിപ്പിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി ഒരുങ്ങുകയാണല്ലേ. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇതുവരെയുള്ള അനുഭവം ആയിരിക്കരുത് നിങ്ങളുടെ ക്ലാസ് റൂമിൽ ഇരിക്കുന്ന കുട്ടികൾക്ക്. ഇസ്രയേലിലെ ഒരു അധ്യാപിക തങ്ങളുടെ കുട്ടികളുടെ അടുത്ത് പറഞ്ഞു, മക്കളെ, നമുക്കെല്ലാവർക്കും ക്ലാസ് മുറിയുടെ പുറത്തു പോയി എന്തെങ്കിലും പഠിക്കാം, അവിടെ എന്തെങ്കിലും പുതിയതാക്കി നിങ്ങൾക്ക് കിട്ടുമല്ലോ എന്ന് വിചാരിച്ച് അവരെല്ലാവരും കൂടെ പുറത്ത് പൂത്തോട്ടത്തിലേക്ക് പോയി. പൂത്തോട്ടത്തിൽ ചെന്നപ്പോൾ അവിടെ ഒരു ചെടി നിൽക്കുന്നു. മനോഹരമായ പൂക്കളും എല്ലാം ഉണ്ട്, അവിടെ കായ്കളും എല്ലാം ഉള്ള ഫലവൃക്ഷമായ ഒരു നല്ലൊരു പൂത്തോട്ടം. അവിടെ ഒരു ചെടി നിൽക്കുന്നു. ആ ചെടിയിൽ ഒരു ലേബൽ എഴുതിയിട്ടുണ്ട്, ഇതൊരു കളയാണ്. അപ്പം കുട്ടികൾക്ക് സംശയം ഉണ്ടായി, ഇത് കളയാണെങ്കിൽ ഇത്ര മനോഹരമായ ചെടികളുടെ കൂട്ടി ഇതെങ്ങനെ ഒരു ചെടിയായി? അപ്പൊ ടീച്ചറോട് ചോദിച്ചു. അപ്പൊ ടീച്ചർ പറഞ്ഞു, മകളെ അതൊരു കഥയാണ്, ഇതൊരു കളയായിരുന്നു. പക്ഷേ ഈ കള ഒരുപാട് നാൾ കൊണ്ട് വെട്ടിപ്പറിച്ചൊക്കെ ഇങ്ങനെ കളയുകയാണ്. അവസാനം ആർക്കോ ഒരു ബുദ്ധി തോന്നി, ഇത് എന്താണ് ഇതിനകത്തുള്ളത്, ഈ നശിച്ച ഈ സാധനത്തിന് എന്താ ഉള്ളത്, ശ്രദ്ധിച്ച് ഇങ്ങനെ നോക്കിയപ്പോ അതൊരു ഔഷധ ചെടിയാണെന്ന് പിടികിട്ടി. ഞാൻ പഠിക്കുമ്പോൾ 40 കുട്ടികളുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ 5-6 പേരങ്ങ് കളയായിരിക്കും പിതാവേ. ഈ കളയെ നല്ലപോലെ പഠിക്കുന്ന കുട്ടികളും ഈ അധ്യാപകരും ശ്രദ്ധിക്കാതെ വരും. മുമ്പോട്ട് പോകുമ്പോൾ ശ്രദ്ധയേയില്ല. മക്കളെ, നിങ്ങൾ പഠിച്ച് അധ്യാപകന്മാരാകുമ്പോൾ ആ കളകളെ കൂടെ നിങ്ങൾ നല്ല പഠിക്കുന്ന കുട്ടികളും ചേർന്ന് അവരെ കയ്യിലെടുത്താൽ അവരെ സമൂഹത്തിന് നമുക്ക് ഒരു ഔഷധ ചെടിയാക്കി മാറ്റാൻ കഴിയില്ലേ? നമ്മുടെ വിദ്യാഭ്യാസ നയം മാറണ്ടേ? ന്യൂ എഡ്യൂക്കേഷൻ പോളിസി മാറണ്ടേ? ന്യൂ എഡ്യൂക്കേഷൻ പോളിസി വരെ മാറണം എന്നുള്ള രീതിയിൽ മാറാനുള്ളൊരു അവസ്ഥയിലേക്ക് നമ്മൾ പോവുകയാണ്. അതുകൊണ്ട് ഞങ്ങളുടെ നോളജ് വാക്കുന്നുള്ളൊരു പ്രയാണത്തിന് വേണ്ടി പിതാവെ പ്രത്യേകമായിട്ട് അങ്ങയുടെ പ്രാർത്ഥന ഞങ്ങൾ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുകയാണ്. ഒരു കാര്യം മാത്രം പിതാവ് എനിക്ക് വേണ്ടി പ്രത്യേകമായിട്ട് പ്രാർത്ഥിക്കണം. എൻ്റെ അപ്പനും അമ്മയും എൻ്റെ സഹോദരങ്ങളും എൻ്റെ അയൽക്കാരും ഒക്കെ പറയും, ടോം ജേക്കബ് ഭയങ്കര ഭക്തനാണ്, എല്ലാ ദിവസവും പള്ളി പോകുന്നു, ചില സമയത്ത് പ്രസിദ്ധേന്തിയാണ്, പള്ളിയിൽ എന്ത് കൊടുത്താലും അങ്ങ് കൊടുക്കുന്നു. ശരിയാണ്, സത്യമാ പിതാവേ. ഞാൻ പള്ളിയിൽ ചെന്നാൽ ഏറ്റവും ഫ്രണ്ടിലേ ഇരിക്കത്തുള്ളൂ. പക്ഷെ പിതാവ് എനിക്ക് വേണ്ടി പ്രാർത്ഥിക്കേണ്ടത്, ഞാൻ കർത്താവിനെ ഏറ്റവും അധികം വിശ്വസിക്കുന്നത് കർത്താവിനോടൊന്ന് തോന്നാൻ തക്ക രീതിയിൽ എൻ്റെ പ്രവർത്തനം കൊണ്ടുപോകണേ കർത്താവേ, അതിനുള്ള കഴിവ് എനിക്ക് തരണേന്ന് പിതാവ് എനിക്കൊന്ന് ബ്ലസ് ചെയ്താൽ മതി. എൻ്റെ ദൈവത്തിന് തോന്നണം, ഞാൻ നിന്നെ അനുസരിക്കുന്നു, നീ എൻ്റെ മകനാണ്, നീ എൻ്റെ മകളാണെന്ന് എൻ്റെ ദൈവത്തിന് തോന്നണം. ഞാൻ അതല്ലാതെ പിതാവിനെ വിശ്വസിപ്പിച്ചിട്ടോ ഈ ജനത്തെ വിശ്വസിപ്പിച്ചിട്ടോ ഒന്നും കാര്യമില്ല. അതുകൊണ്ട് പ്രാർത്ഥനയോടും ഒരുക്കത്തോടും എൻ്റെ എന്നെ കേൾക്കുന്ന പൊന്നുമക്കളെ, നിങ്ങൾ എടുത്തിരിക്കുന്ന ചുമതല മാതാപിതാക്കൾക്ക് അപ്പുറമാണ് നിങ്ങളുടെ ചുമതല. ആ ചുമതല നിങ്ങൾ വഹിക്കുമ്പോൾ എത്ര കുടുംബങ്ങൾക്ക് വേണ്ടി, ഈ നമ്മുടെ ഭാരതത്തിന് വേണ്ടി നിങ്ങൾ കെട്ടിപ്പടുക്കുന്ന ഈ B.Ed, M.Ed ഇങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ ഉള്ള ആ നിങ്ങളുടെ തൊഴിലുണ്ടല്ലോ, ആ തൊഴിലാണ് ഇന്ന് ഭാരതത്തെ സൃഷ്ടിച്ചത്. അതുകൊണ്ട് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എല്ലാവിധ ആശംസകളും നേരുന്നു. പ്രത്യേകിച്ച് ഞങ്ങളുടെ പുനലൂരിൻ്റെ, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഞങ്ങളുടെ തിരുവനന്തപുരത്തിൻ്റെ, ഞങ്ങളുടെ കേരളത്തിൻ്റെ അഭിമാനമായ ഒരു പ്രസ്ഥാനമാണ് മാർ ഇവാനിയോസ് കോളേജ്. എൻ്റെ കുഞ്ഞിലെ എൻ്റെ അപ്പൻ തിരുവനന്തപുരംകാരനാ, ഇതിനെ ചുറ്റുപാട് വേണ്ട ജീവിച്ചാൻ തോന്നുന്നു. എന്തെടുത്താലും മാർ ഇവാനിയോസ് കോളേജ്, അന്നുകൊണ്ടേ ഞാൻ കേൾക്കുന്ന ഒരു പേരാണ്. ഞങ്ങളൊരു ഡിസ്കഷൻ ഉണ്ടായി, ഈ പ്രോഗ്രാം എവിടെ നടത്തണം കേരളത്തിൽ. അപ്പം ലാൽകൃഷ്ണജിക്ക് ഒരു സജഷൻ ഉണ്ടാവുന്നു, വെങ്കടേഷിന് ഒരു സജഷൻസ് വരുന്നു. അപ്പം ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞു, ഊണിലും ഉറക്കത്തിലും എൻ്റെ അപ്പം പറഞ്ഞു വിടുന്നത് മാർ ഇവാനിയോസ് കോളേജ്. ഞാൻ അവിടെ വന്നു, ജോജി സാറിനെ കണ്ടു, ഈ പ്രപ്പോസൽ വെച്ചു. അപ്പം പറഞ്ഞു, പിതാവിൻ്റെ എനിക്ക് പിതാവിനെ എങ്ങനെയാണെന്ന് കാണണമെന്ന് ആഗ്രഹിച്ചാണ് ഞാനിത് കൊടുത്തത്. അദ്ദേഹം വന്നു, പിതാവ് അപ്പോഴേ സന്തോഷമാണെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു ഈ പ്രോഗ്രാം ചെയ്യാൻ. അതുകൊണ്ട് ജോജി സാറിൻ്റെ ഈ പ്രിൻസിപ്പളിൻ്റെ എല്ലാം ഉണ്ട്. ജോജി സാറിൽ ഒരു സുവിശേഷകനുണ്ട്. എന്തൊക്കെയാണ് ഞങ്ങൾ ഈ 2 ആഴ്ച കൊണ്ട് ഇദ്ദേഹത്തിനെ കൊണ്ട് എനിക്കിരിക്കാൻ വയ്യ. ഫോൺ ചെയ്തൊന്ന് എന്നെ ഇട്ട് ഓട്ടിക്കുക. അദ്ദേഹം ആകുമ്പോൾ എന്തുമാത്രം ഓടിയിരിക്കണം നമ്മളൊന്ന് ആലോചിച്ച് നോക്ക്. ഒരു ബിഗ് സല്യൂട്ട് തരുവാണ് ജോസ് സാർ. താങ്കള് ഈ ഇൻസ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂഷന്റെ ഭാരത സഭയുടെ ഒരു അഭിമാനമാണ്. ഞാൻ വളരെ റെസ്പെക്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നു അദ്ദേഹത്തെ. അതുകൊണ്ട് ഇവിടെ വരുവാനും ഈ പ്രാർത്ഥനയിൽ ഞാനൊരു പ്രാർത്ഥനയായിട്ടാണ് ഇത് കാണുന്നത്, പങ്കുകൊള്ളാനും എന്നെ അനുവദിച്ച സൃഷ്ടികർത്താവായ ദൈവത്തിന് ആദ്യമായി നന്ദി അർപ്പിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് ഈ പ്രസ്ഥാനം, അതിനോടൊപ്പം തന്നെ നോളജ് വാക്ക്, അതുപോലെ ശിവകുമാർ സാറിൻ്റെ രാജീവ് ഗാന്ധി ഇൻസ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂഷൻ ചെന്നൈയിലെ യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റി, അതോടൊക്കെ ചേർന്ന് ടൈപ്പായി നടത്തുന്ന ഈ ഒരു പ്രോഗ്രാം മുന്നോട്ട് അനേകം കോളേജുകാർക്കും അനേകം മക്കൾക്കും ഉപകാരപ്രദമായി വരട്ടെ എന്ന് ആശംസിച്ചുകൊണ്ടും ഒത്തിരി സ്നേഹത്തോടെ നിങ്ങളുടെ സ്വന്തം ടോം ജേക്കബ്. താങ്ക് യു ഓൾ.
Thank you, Mr. Tom Jacob, for your encouraging words and support. Now it's time to honor our guest. As a token of gratitude, respect, and remembrance of the occasion, it's time to honor the chief guest, Professor Pankaj Arora, Honorable Chairman of NCTE, and Dr. Sri
Ananda Ramakrishnan, Director, CSIR, NIST. I invite His Beatitude, more and more Basilius Cardinal Clemis Catholicos, Major Archbishop Catholicos of Syro Malankara Catholic Church, to adorn Professor Pankaj Arora with Ponnada and give away the memento as a token of love. Thank you, Pidave, and thank you, sir. I also invite His Beatitude to present the memento and Ponnada to Dr. C. Ananda Ramakrishnan, Director, CSIR, NIST, Trivandrum. Thank you, Pidave, and thank you, sir. Now it's time to extend our gratitude and love to His Beatitude, more and more Basilius Cardinal Clemis Catholicos, Major Archbishop Catholicos and patron of Syro Malankara Catholic Church. I invite Professor Pankaj Arora, sir, to present our token of love to our patron.
പങ്കജ് അറോറ സാറ് നമ്മുടെ കാർഡിനൽ ക്ലീമിസ് കാതോലിക്ക ബാവ തിരുമേനിക്ക് ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു ഓസ്പീഷ്യസ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു അവസരത്തിന് പിതാവിന് ഒരു ടോക്കണായിട്ട് കൊടുക്കുകയാണ്. പങ്കജ് അറോറ സാറിൻ്റെ ഗിഫ്റ്റാണ്. ഇറ്റ്സ് എ ഗിഫ്റ്റ് ഫ്രം പങ്കജ് അറോറ സാർ ടു അവർ പേട്രൺ മോർ ആൻഡ് മോർ ബെസേലിയോസ് കാർഡിനൽ കാതോലിക്ക ബാവ തിരുമേനി. എല്ലാവരും നല്ലൊരു കയ്യടിയോടുകൂടെ.
Thank you, all the dignitaries. Gratitude is the memory of heart. Mr. Venkatesh Raj is a designated partner of Knowledge Walk and a Delhi-based entrepreneur. A former sailor with over a decade of global experience, he is passionate about education, shaped by his own challenging childhood. He works closely with education and social reform organizations to empower students and contribute to building a stronger nation. I invite Mr. Venkatesh Raj to propose the vote of thanks.
Good morning, everyone. As we are running short of time, I will not take much of time. So it's actually my a proud privilege to propose this vote of thanks on this prestigious occasion of this inauguration of our two-day workshop on social and emotional learning and the 70th Jubilee celebrations. So I would like to extend my sincere thanks from my heart to our chief guest, Pankaj Arora sir, who just said yes all of a sudden when we just gave him this proposal, and our Baba Tirumeni for coming to this event and just enlightening us with his precious words, and our see Ananda Ramakrishnan sir. I really appreciate what he did for our nation and what he is doing for our nation, and his words truly inspired me. And whenever we feel a bit low, I think it's better to remember his 5D theory in our life. And our Tom Jacob sir, I do not have to say much about him. You all know about him. So I thank him for your prestigious words, and a special thanks to our principal Joju sir. He used to call me in the morning 11 or maybe 1:30, early morning in 1:30 after midnight, asking me for the updates of this program. So thank you for breaking my sleep. Thank you very much. I'll not take much of the time, and I'm really happy to announce here in this occasion that the response we get from Trivandrum in this city about education It truly inspires us, and we are going to conduct our the biggest Olympiad on heritage in this heritage city on this coming July. Now we will be choosing 50 to 60 schools, and we'll make it a big event. And we will be collaborating with the Russian Embassy, Cultural, and Home Ministry. Thank you very much. See you soon.
Friends, so since we are running short of time and since our NCT chairman is meeting the principals of training colleges in Kerala in the afternoon, in a hotel, so it's time for us to ask some questions or queries related to new developments in education. It's time for us to pose some questions. Sir is here to clarify the new movements in India with regard to higher education. Thank you. Sir, let me ask the first question, sir. Sir, Sir, we are training teachers, and I would like to ask you one question. We are hoping to make our nation a developed nation by 2047. So, as we train teachers, what should be our focus? What are you expecting from us? How should we train our student teachers in such a way that they can train students for making our nation great and a developed India? Thank you.
Thank you for this very appropriate question at this platform. See, national education policy came in the year 2020, and it has proposed that teachers are backbone of the entire education system. If teachers are backbone, and Honorable Prime Minister has given us a mandate, a dream to become Viksit Bharat by the year 2047, then I think we teachers and our pupil teachers are the only key agents in the entire process. And we must educate our future generation not only about skills, not only about grown economy, not only about big industries, but also about rich culture, respecting diversity, and having a ethos which is rooted in the Indian knowledge system and have vision for the developed India 2047, 21st century big challenges which are coming up in the form of technology and industry. So teachers and pupil teachers collectively are responsible to help future generation to have a big dream for the country and for the humanity. Thank you.
Good morning, sir. I am Dr. Lakshmi, faculty from Arts and Science College. So here our B.Ed colleges are working in an interesting manner. And my doubt is if we include teacher education with arts and science colleges, to what extent can we make it interesting? So what's your suggestion or tips you can give to the teachers of arts and science colleges? Thank you.
Another very pertinent question. Because national education policy has proposed that all teacher education programs should be located in multidisciplinary institutions and not in standalone institutions. Till date, we have around 15,000 teacher education institutions in the country. Most of them are standalone institutions. But now policy is proposing and helping us to transform them into multidisciplinary institutions. If we nurture our students in pedagogy and content jointly, then I think we can do justice
to the expectations of the learner, that how my discipline, if I am a student of social sciences, how social sciences emerged, what is the role of social science in, we call it science of society, how this science of society is helping me understand the society in scientific manner, what are its challenges, how to research into it. So I am not only learning about the content about the pedagogy or the methods of transacting my knowledge into a classroom situation, but I am also helping my learner in a classroom to understand the discipline, the origin, development, challenges, and research of the discipline. So I think this sort of scenario is much awaited and needed in the field of education, when we should nurture our future talent with content as well as pedagogy, to keep on experimenting not only in pedagogy but also in content. So this is the right time when we are seeing this transformation in teacher education institutions. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Sir, my doubt is, our government is now planning to club all the organizations together as a progressive reform, like UGC and all the organization is clubbing together as a progressive reform. And my query is, what are the benefits out of that?
Yes, another important initiative of NEP 2020 is to have a common regulator for higher education. Policy has named it as Higher Education Commission of India. But when bill has been introduced in Lok Sabha on 15 December 2025, Government of India has given it an Indian name by calling it Viksit Bharat Shiksha Adhishtan. So this Viksit Bharat Shiksha Adhishtan, which is going to have one umbrella organization at the level of a commission with three different verticals. One vertical responsible for accreditation of all higher education institutions. Another for setting up norms and standards, not only for teachers' eligibility, but also for the curriculum, is second vertical. And third vertical is about regulation and recognition. So to my understanding, bringing these three important institutions, UGC, AICTE, and NCTE. UGC is responsible for general education, general higher education, BSc, BSc, BCom, BA, etc. AICT is solely responsible for technical education, and NCT is responsible for teacher education. Till date, there is multiple duplicacy in the profile and responsibility of these three organizations. And you might be aware that these three organizations look after 92% population in higher education. 92% students are studying into the institutions of UGC or AICT or NCT. When there is a common regulator, then lot of harmonized regulator will come up. Harmonized regulatory norms will come up. Optimum use of resources, whether these are human resources or infrastructure resources, can be used for multi-purpose. When we say institutions should be multidisciplinary, then why can't we imagine a regulator which is multidisciplinary? It go in line with the spirit of multidisciplinarity, and this common platform will help institutions like here. You are running 21 institutions, and I am sure in the morning I was mentioning to the principal, you are going to different regulators for different programs in education. So if you apply to one regulator, submit your data, submit your profile, submit your infrastructural details, etc. to one regulator, and that regulator will give you common guidelines for different programs, credit framework, credit value, etc. Then credit transfer will also become easy, and students' movement from one discipline to another discipline, which is multiple entry, multiple exit, will also become easy. So this regulator is visionary, and I personally, as a student of education, see it as an important and powerful tool in internationalizing Indian education system, Indian higher education system, which will take us to, which will become a tool for Viksit Bharat as well. Thank you.
Good morning, all. I'm Shruti from Mangalore, Karnataka. So, my question is what is the special role do teachers play in shaping the strongest and developed India? And the second one is according to NCT now B.Ed is becoming integrated 4 years means discipline. How they are preparing for this thing, because in Karnataka now it is 2 years B.Ed. Now by 2030 they said to become a integrated subject. So what are the programs are going on about this?
Right. Thank you, Shruti. You yourself has said what role teachers are going to play, right? Just now I mentioned that teachers are not only a change maker in the entire education system, but they are the backbone of the education system, education model. Teachers are the people who can shape future generation. Teachers are the people. See, 21st century is a century of lot of innovations, experimentation, and technology-driven ideas in the society, whether it's industry or it's classroom or it's research in the form of AI. AI is very subtle way it's finding its way in our daily life. It has become integral part of our daily functioning. All of us keep searching Google, Chat GPT, Gemini, etc. to find solution, to get ideas about multiple new things in coming to us. So if teachers help young generation understand that this technology is assistant and not a master, you should use technology. You cannot live without technology. So if you have to live with this technology, then be its master and use it as per your need, as per your ethics and value system to find solution to multiple problems in life. So using technology is not a challenge. And another aspect which I mentioned earlier, teachers are the people who help young generation to imbibe values. Values means Indian values. Values mean constitutional values. Values means values which make us human, different from other species on this earth. So that value system only through teachers can go to next generation. And culture, we must, as Honorable Sir has said, we are very rich culture. India has very rich culture. Those rich culture, those Jacobs are opted speaking in Malayalam. And when I was listening to him, his body language, his expressions, and lot of vocabulary, I could make sense what he spoke, because we are Indians and we know all languages are integrated to each other. So language, culture, value system, and technology oriented new world. We teachers have great role to play into it, because national education policy is proposing your head should be open to receive new ideas from the world. At the same time, your feet should be grounded on this holy land, in this culture, in this ethos, in this value system. So this is answer to your first question. Your second question is about new teacher education program which is coming up. Integrated Teacher Education Program, ITAP, popularly known as ITAP. It is getting its space in the society. In the first year, 2023, when we started, we came up with stringent guidelines, stringent eligibility criteria to apply for ITAP. And we were able to recognize only 44 institutions across the country. Second year, 2024, we were able to recognize only 22 institutions in the country. And in the third round, we were able to recognize only 23 institutions. That make a total of 77 institutions by the year 2025. But gradually, institutions are also understanding what multidisciplinarity is and how can they transform their standalone institutions into multidisciplinary institutions. And I'm happy to share at this platform, in the fourth year, in 2026, when we are taking new admissions to ITAP program, we have submitted a list of 290 institutions to NTA to admit students for ITAP program. So ITAP program is gradually expanding from 77 to 290 plus is a good shift, and without compromising the eligibility condition 10-pointer system, which few of you must be aware. So this expansion will very steadily taking us to the larger goal that ITAP 4-year program is going to be premier program of teacher education by the year 2030. I hope I have answered your question. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, dear participants, for the questions raised. Thank you, sir, for your
Thank
insightful
you.
words.
As we conclude this inaugural ceremony, on behalf of Martha Phyllis Training College and Rajiv Gandhi National Institute of Youth Development and Knowledge Work, once again, I thank each one of you for being a part of this significant celebration and academic gathering. I now request everyone to kindly rise for the national anthem. I welcome Ms. Asha K. Epan, be a scholar for the national anthem.
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जाहे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you all. Refreshment is arranged at Martha Phyllis Training College. We have facility. Lunch is arranged at Martha Phyllis Training College. I request all of you to kindly attend the refreshment. We have transportation facilities. Okay. നമുക്ക് ഭക്ഷണം ക്രമീകരിച്ചിരിക്കുന്നത് മാത്യു ഫിലിസ് ട്രെയിനിങ് കോളേജിലാണ്.